Hi beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. It's the Dream Medium. So this reading is about if the third party in your love situation knows about you and how do they feel about you. So just go ahead and take your time, choose the card that is naturally calling out for you. You do have options 1, 2, and 3, and I'll see you guys later. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading. So I've already asked the question about if the third party knows about you and what they think of you. And so the cards that came out for you guys were the Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Now, group 1, listen up. So with this Nine of Cups here, what I'm seeing intuitively is that the third party, they initially chose to be with your love interest because they saw that your love interest has a lot. Whether this is, I don't even want to say whether it is, it's because it's materialism, okay? Your love interest perhaps has a lot of abundance, whether this is within their career, maybe their business, maybe finances, but they just have a lot of something. And so it's like when the third party first met your love interest, that's all that they were drawn to about your love interest. It really wasn't anything that was, deep, or it wasn't true love. It was just materialistic things that they were wanting from your love interest. Next, you have the Four of Wands here. So for you guys, group 1, I will tell you this. The third party did not know of you initially. I'm seeing here that your love interest and the third party grew together, connected. They did a lot together. I'll just say that. They did a lot together. They had a full-on connection, and it wasn't until they had established so much within their own connection till the third party knew of you. So it wasn't like the third party knew of you being with your love interest, and they just they wanted to be a messy woman or man and still be with your love interest. The third party did not know of you initially. It was not until after they were with your love interest, and I'm talking they established a connection and then they knew of you. So who's to really blame, right? I always say that in situations where your partner cheats on you, yes, it is human decency to not be with someone who is already taken, but it's also naive to expect a complete stranger to respect you. You should expect your partner to respect you, not a complete stranger who doesn't owe you anything because they don't know you. If anything, you should be blaming your love interest because they know of you. They were in this connection or relationship with you, and they chose to completely disrespect and betray you, not a complete stranger who didn't even know that you existed. So understand that this connection with the third party and the love interest, they established a lot together. I mean, this is the Four of Wands. This represents a serious commitment that ultimately leads to marriage. So this wasn't like a fling or like, a quick little cheating scandal. Okay, a connection was established, but after the connection was established, that's when the third party knew of you with this Page of Wands. And what I'm seeing here with this Page of Wands is that they had no idea that you existed. So perhaps your love interest was lying, being deceitful. But with this Page of Wands here, I'm also seeing that the third party reacted when they heard of you. They reacted. They were very upset at the both of you guys' love interest. They were very, very angry because they did not know that your love interest was dealing with them and also you. It was a complete shocker, a complete surprise to them with this Page of Wands. Okay? And so the second part of this question is, how do they feel about you? So I'm so excited to be using my new deck that I got. I'm just gonna show it off to you guys, okay? I'm just joking. You've seen this deck before. I love my Rider Tarot deck. It's my favorite, but I was like, I need to get more decks. So how does the love interest feel about group 1? Not the love interest. How does the third party feel about group 1? How does the third party feel? Ooh. Ooh. All right. I felt something. So this is how they feel about you. All right, so when it comes to how does the third party feel about you, you do have Wake Up Call, the tsunami card. Then you have Eagle, the Eagle card, which says communion. And lastly, you have the River card, which says movement. So starting with tsunami, Wake Up Call, this card is very direct. What I'm seeing here intuitively is that the third party is wondering if you know about them, because they didn't know about you. It took them a very long time to even know that you were in this picture. So now they're wondering if you know. The third party is not an unintelligent person. They are very much smart, and they're not passive either. You're dealing with a type of woman or man who is a no BS type of person, which is why I said they are not to blame, because they didn't know of you. This wake up call right now, the third party is thinking, does the other woman or the other man know of me? Because it took me so long to know of them. With this wake up call. Next, you have communion. And I just want to read to you the definition of communion. It says it is the sharing or exchanging of intimate thoughts and feelings, especially when the exchange is on a mental or spiritual level. Remember how I said with this wake up call that the third party is wondering if you know about them, if you know that this love interest has been basically doing a triangle between the two of you. This communion is saying that if you are not aware of it, the third party would like to talk to you. They have no problem with talking to you, and it's not to be aggressive with you or disrespect you. They just want to know what's going on, because they were hidden. They were kept away from the truth for a really long time. I'm telling you that this third party and your love interest, they had an established connection, and then after that established connection, the third party knew of you. This is a type of woman, the third party is a type of woman or man who you can speak to, and they will understand you. Okay, they're not defensive. Like I said, they're very intelligent. Okay, I'm really telling you, the third party is a type of person, especially if y'all are women, you could probably call her up, y'all could go get some coffee or tea and really talk to each other like, girl, I didn't know he's been playing me this whole time. You know, y'all can talk some crap about the love interest, the player. Lastly, you have the River card, which says movement. Remember how I said that the third party is not the type to take BS. They're not passive. They have no problem with confrontation and actually taking action. They're not the type of person where they'll see that someone cheated on them and then just keep quiet about it. They will actually take action to try to find a solution. I'm telling you, the third party is the type of person where if you want to talk to him and her, the both of you guys can, you know, spill some tea about this player that the both of you guys dealt with and come up with a plan on how to deal with this player. Wow. That is crazy. I'm also getting here with this movement card that honestly, it seems like the third party, they feel like you do know about them, even though they didn't know about you, group one, and they feel like you knew about them and you did nothing because you wanted so badly to be with your love interest. And they think that that's the biggest difference between you and them, is that they are a no BS type of person. They would have taken action a long time ago, while you are more passive about it. And so they're wondering, while the third party definitely is going to be taking action, they're wondering if you'll forgive the love interest just so that you'll win them over. This is really interesting. So I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I'll give you guys some advice. Using my Archangel Oracle cards. Advise group one. Oh, okay. These cards are so powerful. Like, I don't even have to shuffle for a long time and they just come at me. All right. All right, so the first card that you got says Divine Order. It says everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying orders. Remember how I literally just said that the third party feels like you knew about them this whole time, but you were just ignoring the truth because you still want to be with your love interest. It says look past the illusions. You need to see the truth in this situation and to see the kind of person that your love interest is. And remember how I said initially that the third party is not the one to blame. If anybody owes you anything, it's the person who you were with, not a complete stranger who didn't even know you. Divine Order. Career transition. It says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. That's very interesting. I was not expecting this to come out. You know, sometimes when we are experiencing a lot of negativity in our personal life, it is other areas of our life that will bring us happiness. Like if you're not getting happiness in your relationship, perhaps you'll be getting happiness in your career, you know? Next, you have eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Oh, I think this love situation has completely distracted you from other areas of your life. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. This love situation is such a burden to you, and it has distracted you from other areas of your life. The fact that you're getting stuff about your career, it's saying focus on the better things in life, okay? Because this love situation is not what's giving you money, okay? It's not what's going to help you sustain yourself. You even have healthy lifestyle. Perhaps this love situation has been, you know, mentally or emotionally draining. So just don't allow this chaotic love situation to distract you from really taking care of yourself, whether that is within your career, finances, or your health. So group one, thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all have a good day. Hi group two, and welcome to your reading. So I've already asked the question about if the third party knows about you and what do they think of you. And the cards that came out were the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So group 2, when I looked at this Seven of Swords here, the word that I got was betrayal. I mean, the ultimate betrayal. The third party absolutely knew about you. 100%. So much to the point where I'm seeing that for some of you, for a good amount of you, that the third party was someone who you were either friends with, someone, this could even be a family member, a relative. It was just, it's making my blood boil, to be honest, at how sneaky this third party is. This third party was someone who knew of you, even if you don't know them, as in if you were not friends with them or you didn't associate with them. This third party knows about you. And so for the other half of you guys, the reason why I'm seeing that there was like this association between the two of you is that this third party probably does a lot of research on you and your love interest. They knew of you guys. This third party is incredibly sneaky. I mean, if you look at this Seven of Swords here, you'll see this gentleman. He looks like he's doing something bad and he's getting away with it. He's even stealing. He's taking these swords and he's looking back to see if anyone is looking. But you know what I just got intuitively is that with this Seven of Swords, this person doesn't realize what they're stepping into. These are swords that they're carrying. To them, they're stealing something and they're getting away with it, but they don't even know what they're stealing. Swords in tarot represents, it could be something extremely painful. It could be an issue, a battle, war, something that they need to overcome. But it's not something that you would want to steal. Out of all the things that, basically what I'm telling you is that this third party thought that they were being sneaky by dealing with someone who was already in a relationship, but they didn't realize that this love interest that they basically stole from you is a handful. Because if you look here at this Four of Cups, you'll see that this person here is dissatisfied. So now that the third party has taken someone from you, the third party isn't even satisfied, because now they're realizing, man, this love interest that they took from you is a handful. They're not even a good partner. You're over here trying to steal someone's man. You know, it's kind of like you're over here trying to steal someone's man, but you don't even know the man. The man could be a handful, like this one that I'm talking about. Complete dissatisfaction. They didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Lastly, you even have the Two of Wands. From the outside, I'm also seeing that for some of you, because this is a general reading, from the outside, the two of them, your love interest and the third party, from the outside, they may look happy, they may look confident, but understand that they are not. They're going through a lot in their connection. Notice how here this gentleman is, I mean, he looks very composed. He even has the world in his hand, which means that he thinks that he has everything under control. But if you're so confident and you feel like you have everything under control, why carry these two wands? When I see wands in tarot, I see them as a defense mechanism, someone who is very defensive. Someone who feels the need to defend their actions because deep down they know that they were wrong and that they were guilty. When I see these two wands, this is someone who is also doubtful, paranoid that perhaps they made the wrong decision. The two of them are getting their karma. I'll just tell you that, group 2. But to answer the first question, the third party absolutely 100% knows of you. You're dealing with someone who practically wanted your life. They wanted your man, but they didn't know that this man, this love interest of you guys, the both of you, this love interest isn't even all that. And now they're having to deal with the love interest mess. But let me just show you guys. I'm going to be using the Archangel Oracle cards to show you guys how the third party feels about you, which is the second part of the question. How does the third party feel about group? Group 2. How does the third party feel about group 2? How does the third party feel about group 2? Ooh. First card. Oh, right. So, to answer the second part of the question, which is how does the third party feel about you, you do have the volcano card here that says volatility. Next, you have the ocean card, which says ebb and flow. Lastly, you have the rain card, which says purification. So with volatility here, the one message that I'm getting for this card and for you is that the third party they really did not know what they were getting themselves into. You're dealing with someone, the third party is the type of person who it brings them satisfaction of knowing that they took someone away from another person, that they invaded another person's relationship. It brings them satisfaction for some reason. And the only conclusion that I can come up with that is that perhaps they're very insecure and they need to feel secure by knowing that they can take someone away from another person, but they got a taste of their own medicine because now they're having to deal with a lot from this love interest. And with this volatility card here, what I'm strongly seeing is that the both of them are experiencing karma. And for some of you guys, you've probably also expressed your anger and your distaste for this third party, because when they think of you, they think of someone, basically they know that they're getting karma, and so they wonder if it's because of what they did to you. Like, they think that you're the type of person where no one should mess with, because if they do mess with you, they will get their karma. That's just what I'm seeing with this volatility card. Even if you didn't express your distaste for this third party, the fact that they're now getting their karma, they see you as the type, you, group 2, they see you as a type of man or woman where no one should mess with, because if you mess with group 2, you will get your karma, period. You know, like that's all that I can really say about this volcano card. It's like you're the kind of person where even if you don't say anything, perhaps a lot of you guys are even prayerful people. While you were going through this situation, you probably got on your knees and you spoke to God about this situation. You know what I'm saying? And so now they're getting their karma. It's just something about this third party where when they see you or when they think of you, they fear you. Even if they're not showing it from the outside, they know that you're not the kind of person that that anybody should mess with you, because in the end, spiritually, you're so powerful. And so when anybody does anything wrong to you, the universe will take care of it. I'm also seeing that for some of you guys, you didn't even bother to express anything to the third party or your love interest. You didn't even care. You're just like, you know what? Time will tell. The both of you guys will get your karma. And that's exactly what happened. With this ebb and flow card, the ocean card, ebb means to retreat. Retrocession, drawing back. I'm chuckling because the third party, I'm telling you, it's like when they think of you, it's almost like they see you as karma. And so with this ocean card here, the third party is now drawing back. But it's like, oh, but I thought you wanted my man or my ex-man or my woman or my ex-woman. I thought you wanted them. Go ahead and take them. You know what I'm saying? Why are you drawing back? You know, take responsibilities for your actions, which regardless of if they're running away and now they're leaving this third party situation, which I'm clearly seeing this third party probably this third party will eventually do, because they can't handle this intensity, this karmic situation that the third party has willingly put themselves in. You know, sooner or later they will retreat, like what this card says, but it doesn't matter how fast they run. karma doesn't care. They will still have to take responsibilities for their actions. You cannot invade another person's relationship, and destroy it and then think that you can run away from karma. It does not work that way. Lastly, you have rain, purification. With this purification card, the third party is really feeling like a loser in this situation because, like I said, they did not know the kind of person that your love interest is. Perhaps your love interest has a lot of mess of their own, and so by, intruding in the relationship between you and your love interest and taking them away from you, they thought that they were sneaky and they would get away with it, but now they're ending up dealing with a love interest who has a lot of mess that the third party is having to deal with. So think of it as a win-win situation, because I'm seeing here it's almost like the third party feels like they took your burden or they took on your burden unintentionally. So now you don't even have to deal with this messy love interest. When I see this rain and purification card, I'm actually seeing that your love interest, the player in this situation, they brought you down a lot. I'm just saying it's like something within, of course, their personality. They have a really bad character, but they brought a lot of burden in your life. And it's like when they left, that may have hurt you, but you didn't notice that after they left, your life became better. Especially mentally and emotionally. You were feeling better mentally and emotionally after they left because you didn't have to deal with their mess anymore, because that third party is now taking on that burden that you once used to have to worry about when it came to your love interest. So when I see this purification card, it's sort of like saying, yeah, you took them away from me, but you also took a lot of my stress and my burden, and look at you now you're living a miserable life that probably I once used to live, but now I don't, because you took that negative person away from my life. So it's really a win-win situation. In the end, you have won. And this third party certainly, I just want to go back to this volcano card. I don't know what it is about you guys, group 2. I really think that it's your spirituality, though. When you're a clean-spirited person and people do you wrong, there's no need for you to take karma into your own hand. Because you're such a good person, the universe will handle it without you having to intervene. And that's just how this third party sees you, as a very powerful person, where if anybody does anything wrong to you, they will get their karma. So I'm also going to give you guys some advice so that I won't just leave y'all hanging. And I'll be using my Archangel Oracle deck. Some advice for group 2. Advice for group 2. Alright, so for your advice cards, you have clear cognizance, and it says, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you, as they are answered prayers. For some of you guys, did you hope that this person would get their karma? Did you hope that this person would get their karma, group 2? Which they ended up getting. Next, you have a brilliant idea. It says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Lastly, you have life review. It says, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Now that this person and your love interest, a third party and your love interest, has gotten their karma, it's time for you to move on from this situation. That's just what I'm strongly getting with this life review. Reflect on everything that has happened. Now that you know that you should move forward without any worries because they've gotten the taste of their own medicine. So nothing should be holding you back. Move forward, try to heal from this situation with this life review card. So group 2, thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all have a great day. Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. So I've already asked a question about if the third party knows about you and how do they feel about you. So the cards that came out were the Four of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So starting with this Four of Swords here, I'm seeing guilt, I'm seeing mental torment, but it is not from the third party. It's mostly from your love interest. What I'm seeing for you guys, for you and your love interest, is that for the majority of you, now understand that this is a general reading, so only take what applies to your personal life. What I'm seeing here for the most of you, group 3, is that you and your love interest actually did not have an official relationship. The two of you guys may have just been possibly friends with benefits, or maybe y'all were still in that talking stage, whatever they call it nowadays, where they did not officially ask you to be in a relationship with them. Understand that it was a reason as to why they did not officially ask you to be their girlfriend or their boyfriend, and that's just because they wanted the benefits of being with you without actually claiming you. So your love interest, to simply put it, is to blame. What I'm seeing here with this Four of Swords is that they knew that by not claiming you, they could easily walk out of the connection and start a new beginning with someone else. And by you being angry, I'm seeing this person is just really calculative. They plan everything that they do. They're very intentional. So never think that this person was confused or that they didn't know what they wanted. They certainly absolutely knew what they were doing when they were dealing with you. They knew that they didn't want anything serious with you, and that when the time comes, they would end up starting a new beginning with someone else, but they wouldn't be responsible for you, because the connection to them, the connection was never official. You're simply dealing with someone who's really immature and someone who has a huge player energy. With this Four of Swords here, understand that even though your love interest was dealing with you, regardless of if there was an official title, the two of you guys were associating, interacting with each other. So deep down, they know that they are guilty for venturing out and starting a new beginning with someone else, but in their mind, that is justified because they never officially claimed you. Next, you have this Knight of Cups here. You're dealing with the Knight energy. I'm not surprised. Knights are incredibly passionate, but they're known to start something and not finish it. They'll be passionate about you one day, and then the very next day, they're passionate about someone else. They are not dependable and lack stability. Your love interest, what I'm seeing here is that they walked away from you and they started a new beginning with someone else. So from their perspective, they do not classify this new person that they're with as a third party, because the two of you guys were never in an official relationship from their perspective. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that when it comes to this third party did not know that your love interest was connecting with you. Okay, they didn't know that at all, and your love interest didn't tell this third party. I don't even say didn't. Your love interest does not talk about you with this to this new person. Okay, they don't, because from your love interest perspective, they feel like they do not need to tell this new person that they're dealing with about you, because the two of you never officialized anything. Y'all were not in an actual relationship. You're dealing with a player, and even for me personally, I already don't like your love interest because they have a huge player energy, and I've seen this so many times. Very calculative. Guys like this, women like this, they know exactly what they are doing. So your third party, to be honest, they're really not the one to blame, because from the third party's perspective, they don't even know who you are, and even if you do confront them about it, they're just going to be like, well, the love interest didn't talk to me about you, and the two of you guys were not in an official relationship. Wow. The two of them, even though this is not the correct title, is not a third party, because y'all were not in an official relationship for most of you guys. But honestly, to be completely honest with you guys, your love interest and this new person, they are establishing something really serious. If you look at this 10 of Cups here, this, I always say that this is like an ideal card that most people would love to have in their reading, because 10 represents satisfaction. This is the type of card that represents a connection where you and your partner could settle down, grow old together, have children together, and this is what your love interest and the third party, this is what they are doing. Okay, it's a serious connection between the two of you. So to sum everything up, if you are in the category where your love interest never officially claimed you, understand you were dealing with the player who knew eventually that they would offer something serious to someone else, because like I said, this is a serious connection, a serious commitment between them and the so-called third party, right? So they knew what they were doing. They're the one to blame. So because the third, quote unquote, third party doesn't know about you, I can't really do a card to say what they think of you. But what I will do is give you guys some advice cards from my Archangel Oracle deck. Give some advice for group 3. Ooh, okay, that was fast. This has been on y'all's mind. All right. So the first advice card that you got was take back your power. It says use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. The message that I heard from this card from you guys was that there are greater and better things out there for you guys than to be hurting your head on this situation. Perhaps this situation was just supposed to be a lesson, and I'm sorry that this person did you completely dirty. They were wrong, absolutely wrong. But sometimes the best revenge is by moving on and doing what's best for you. Next, you have counselor. It says you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. The message that I got from this counselor card is that a lot of you guys are actually very wise. So you have really good, you're not only wise, but you also have really good judgment skills. So when it comes to this situation, you don't really need to seek other people's opinions. You know what to do. You know how to react to this situation, because naturally you are a wise person. Naturally people come to you. You probably have friends and family who come to you about their love situation. So you know deep down you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom to really move forward. Lastly, you have hello from heaven. It says your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Now for some of you guys, perhaps you've lost a loved one recently. If not recently, because when you lose a loved one, it's really hard to get over. So it doesn't have to be recently. Perhaps it's a passing away of a relative or a friend of yours that's still been on your mind. So this is just confirmation that throughout all of this chaos within your love life, understand that you should let go of your worries and just feel their love and their blessing. So just be more spiritual. Sometimes when things are not going right in the physical world, turn to the spiritual world for not only guidance but also happiness and reassurance. So group 3, thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a good day.